Boom.
Welcome back
Drop
to the
in
Hank
open.
Strange Situation.
Okay. We're a little
Lifestyles
late.
of the
If you're not
locked and loaded.
subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell, and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, we are live. Come on, let's do jazz hands. Dylan, you got to do jazz hands. Walter's doing jazz hands. We are live. I hope you got your Big Girl Friday panties on. These ones have the lace and the fur.
Oh,
Friday.
wow.
It's Friday. So, I'm here. Walter's here, and we have a special guest, Dylan, a young gentleman that I met when we were in Indy for the NRAM 2019, and I actually met him. So Mac Military Arms Channel had a get together for the folks that support him on Patreon outside of the event. Mac didn't come in to NRAM. It's like, he was worried he was going to burst into hellfire if he came in there. So he didn't come in, but he had a very nice get-together outside, and Dylan's one of the people that was there. So welcome, Dylan. How you doing, man?
I'm great, Hank. Thank you for having me. It was great meeting you and Lola. Walter, it's great to meet you as well.
Yeah. So Dylan's also a fan of the show and things that we do here, so I figured, and how old are you, Dylan?
I'm 21.
21. Awesome. Congratulations.
States.
Yeah. Yes, good thing. You're in college, right?
Yes, sir. I'm a junior.
Okay, cool. Don't give away
Excellent.
too much. Don't give out too much info. I don't want you getting in any kind of trouble or anything like that.
That's true. The school I go to is full of snowflakes now.
Yeah. Yeah. So we want to avoid, any problems for you. But we're going to talk to Dylan. We're going to talk to Walter. Our subject tonight, first of all, it's episode 375, and the subject is home carry. Yes, everyone should be armed at all times. That's the subject. Welcome to everyone who's out there. Let's see. We've got lots of people piling in. Please, folks, as you're coming in here, please do the thumbs ups, okay? Share this video if you can. We appreciate that. Throw in the comments and stuff like that. If anyone out there needs like a shout out, let me know. There's really a whole bunch of things going on here, even down to the last minute. Walter's got guns.
Got me some new 1911.
You as well.
Some 1911 15 round magazine.
Yeah. Oh, 1911 15-round magazine. Oh.
Yeah, look how ghetto shiny that is, man.
Yeah, I didn't even know they did those things. They should have continued the wood all the way down. Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Let's look at this. Let's get a big. Let's get Walter in the full screen. Where did you get this from, Walter?
Actually, I ordered the magazines from Sarco.
Okay, I didn't know they made like single
15 round
stack.
mag?
Yeah, single stack like
Yeah,
this.
they've been making those for a long time, man.
I bet the Fuds don't like that they make that big of a magazine for a 1911.
Well, that makes an extra 8 rounds or whatever makes it super lethal. That's,
Yeah. Someone's gonna, someone's
And
gonna.
the other night we were talking about the Filipino-made 1911s.
Right.
This is the Filipino one that
That's
I
the
have from
Filipino one?
American Tactical Imports.
American ATI. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
How much is
Very
that?
cool.
I think when I paid for this, I think it was like $330 or $325, something like
very
that.
nice. Very nice.
It's been a
deal.
few years since I bought it.
Yeah, very
So.
nice deal. Very good deal. Okay, I know Dylan's got some stuff there also. Uh-oh.
I got my trusty Russian Makarov here.
Oh,
Oh, right. Yeah, there you
this
go.
kid, this
I got
is
that.
a kid from your
9x18.
generation, Walter. He just looks young.
Now you're talking, man. Now you're
Yeah,
talking.
he just
I
looks
also
young.
got this is about half of a gun, but I got a Troy Firearms upper that I'm
Okay.
doing on a budget build, and hopefully it won't have to get serialized soon.
No, let's not do that.
Do you like that one, Walter? You just threw
No,
that
let's
in
not
there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're building it up, and you only have the upper right now?
Well, I've got everything to build the lower. I just haven't built it yet. That's
Okay.
my budget build. I've got other stuff that's a little nicer than that.
Okay, cool, very cool. And so you're in college. What? First of all, is it safe to ask what state you're in?
Absolutely. I'm in Kentucky.
Okay, cool,
Oh, you're all right then. You're
awesome.
safe.
Yeah. And what are you studying in school?
Well, I've been studying marketing and sales, but pretty soon I'm going to switch my degree to business management. It's pretty much the same type of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why are you switching then?
Well, I'm actually going to a school closer to home next semester, and that's something that they kind of specialize in.
Oh, okay. So when you're switching schools, you said?
Yeah, I'm in. I'm about a couple hours from home now, but I'm
Hmm.
going to a place that's closer to home next semester.
Okay, cool. Okay. All right, awesome. So we're gonna get into this. We're gonna talk to Dylan. We're gonna talk to Walter. We're gonna talk about the new stuff. If you guys have things you want to talk about, obviously it's Friday. There's honestly a bunch of stuff going on. So
Yeah,
I know Walter, you saw that thing I sent you right
yeah,
before. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm actually gonna get into that.
yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna probably have to deal with that next week or something. You
Yeah,
know.
that's
Yeah, that's not something I really want to get into. Okay,
yeah.
so yeah, so everyone right now, everyone out there, please thumbs up, share this. We need to get more people in here. We're gonna. Okay, so I wanted to tell you guys. So the subject is home carry, right? And there's a reason why I'm talking about it, but I think people should be armed. Everyone should be armed at all times. You should always have something on you. So I'm gonna ask you guys about home carry. Do you home carry? What about, let's see, let's let Dylan go since Walter's chewing on something right now. And Walter, be prepared to answer questions on what's for dinner.
Okay, I will.
Yeah. So Dylan, do you home carry?
I have started to recently. I just turned 21 a little bit ago,
Oh.
so carrying is kind of a new element to the gun world that I'm just starting to get used to.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So, and when I say home carry, you understand that I'm saying like all the time, even when you're
Oh
home
yes.
on your
Oh
sweats, you
yeah.
got to have something. Okay. So,
Oh
what
yeah.
do you have something that you particularly do that with? Do you have any favorites? Are you trying to like maybe upgrade to something?
Well, I've got a Glock 19 Gen 3 at home
Mm-hmm.
that stays near me at
Mm-hmm.
almost all times, and I've got a Shield 2.0 that I'll put in my pocket if I need to.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good, very good. All right, so Walter, over to you. But I guess first of all, people are going to need to know what's for dinner on this fine Friday.
Hey, having some chili dogs.
Chili dogs, chili dogs. Oh, old
So,
school.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
old school. Yeah,
quick and easy. Yep, yep, yep.
yeah. That's good. How many chili dogs does it take to satisfy one Walter?
Actually, these are the hot dogs are the ones from Costco that are extra long.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they kind of overflow a regular hot dog bun. So I just take one of those, cut it in half, and put it on two buns. And
Oh man, that's a violation. We're not in the depression times. You can let it hang out. You know, wouldn't be the first person.
yeah,
You
well,
can let the hot dog hang out the bun, Walter.
they're big
Hold on, let
enough
me
a
show
mess. They're
this.
big enough a mess as it is. So I don't want it too much more.
Oh yeah,
But,
that's a pretty big hot dog
and,
there, Walter.
Walter,
like that's kind of like getting chili dogs and and driving the car at the same time. It's a recipe for
Yeah.
disaster.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Dylan?
Walter, you picked the wrong food item to eat on this podcast. Hank's got you on a ton of jokes.
I know, I
Yeah.
know.
I got your hot dog right here. Yeah. I got your extra
Oh,
long.
oh
Yeah.
man.
Let Devil just
All
said
right, okay,
extra
you get
long
that out of your
question mark.
system now.
No. No.
Okay, all
No.
right.
No. We're juvenile here. We're juvenile.
Yeah, that's what
So
I hear from the people too.
yeah.
Um,
So do
home
you
carry,
home carry? Do you
not
home carry?
not necessarily, no.
You don't? Okay. Um,
But
listen.
don't
Go ahead.
but don't let that don't give that anybody give anybody an idea that to give it a try. So
No,
uh,
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah. Don't test Walter. He's also bulletproof. So.
end up shoving a chair leg up your ass if you try it.
Or an SHTF upper with a serial number on it.
Yeah.
Oh
He'll
wait,
come.
you
He'll
just threw something at me.
yeah.
What'd you throw at me?
Serialize that. What? Someone's throwing something at you?
Ouch!
What
Right,
is?
she's throwing chocolate at me.
Oh.
She
Oh.
just hit my head. with a-
Spousal abuse happening right now.
Bless her heart.
Yeah. Yeah. Bless her heart. That's what you're saying. Okay.
Bless her heart.
Yeah.
Southern style, bless her heart.
Yeah. Okay, so let me see here. All right, so the reason why I wanted to talk to you guys about home carry, I don't know if you heard about this, Walter. I was telling Dylan about it. So, did you ever hear of I know that you're big on hip hop, Walter.
I know. I heard the story of the rap guy that got home invasion.
Yeah, yeah, Bun B. So that
Yeah.
was in the news, and I was looking at something. I think on Vlad TV they were talking about. I think Vlad, and what's the name of the other guy that's on? Lord Jamar. Lord Jamar, old school. Lord Jamar is like an old school rapper, Walter, from
And
the
he
'80s.
shot the guy too, right?
Yeah. So here's the thing that happened to Bundy, and he's a rapper, but he's also a gun guy. He has guns. He goes to the range. He's supposed to be a very good shot. He believes in the Second Amendment. I saw an interview after all of this happened. He believes in the Second Amendment. This happened with him and his wife in Texas, and she believes in the Second Amendment as well. But here's what happened. So they came home. And his wife, I guess, was there, and he went to the bathroom. Handle the business. Like, I guess men do this a lot. I know because I know I do this a lot. Whenever I come home I think my stomach is a brain, and the minute that I get to the threshold, the stomach is like, okay, time to unload, man. Time to go to the bathroom. So,
I can use my own Charmin.
yes, exactly. Yeah, I don't like using public restrooms and stuff like that. It's like a very terrible thing for me. So
I second that.
yeah. I also have Crohn's, so that's like it's weird when I go out to eat. I try to. But anyway, I don't want to digress here. So they came home. He went to the bathroom. His wife was there. Someone rang the doorbell. She thought that the UPS guy usually puts packages at their door and rings the doorbell. So, and from what I heard in the story, Bundy checks on the packages and like he goes out there to the door. She usually doesn't go there if someone's coming because he goes out there strapped up. But so anyway, so when she went to open the door to get the packages, this guy pushed his way in, put a gun to her head, and was like, telling her where's the stuff and all that kind of, threatening her and all these kinds of things. But he was in the bathroom. He was in the bathroom. So he didn't have a gun in the bathroom. He didn't have a gun on him. And in that story, he had to go. I think his house has 3 floors or something. So he was maybe on the second floor, and he had to go up to the next floor to get his gun and then come back. And it was a lot crazier than this. You guys really have to look at this thing. But then the guy goes into the garage and is trying to steal his car and leave with his car. And he goes into the garage after the guy and shoots at the guy. The guy shoots back at him, and all that kind of stuff goes down. He winds up shooting up his car and hitting the guy. And I think apparently the guy then got out of the car and started running away. He chased the guy down, took his the guy had on a ski mask or something, so he took that off so he could see the guy's face. And then the guy still left after that, but he went to the hospital. And of course, if you have a gunshot wound, I don't know if people know this.
Yeah, it's a little hard to hide.
Yeah, you have a gunshot wound, you go to the hospital, expect some questions.
No matter whether you did it yourself or not, I know the popo's going to show up. So
yeah, what's the rules? I guess every state has different rules on that, but what's the rules on that here in Florida?
Oh, they immediately once it's anything to do with firearms, whether it's a ricochet or whatever, the police come. So
okay.
And I believe the laws on that are the same in Kentucky. It sounds real similar.
Yeah. So no matter what you do, if you have a gunshot wound, they immediately report that to the police, right?
Yeah, because I had that happen. I got hit with a ricochet thing, and then I took myself, and then the sheriff shows up, and I told him what happened, and he goes, "Oh, okay, well, have a nice day."
Yeah, because they weren't looking for you.
This was also in Perry, Florida, too, so it's a little different.
Yeah.
It's a little different, yeah.
No, but if for example, if someone fitting your description had gotten into something,
yeah,
they'll be showing up with some steel bracelets for you. Yeah.
Yes,
So they showed up, they arrested this guy and everything, but it got me thinking about this whole thing that people should always be armed, because here's the funny part of this story and the reason why I saved it for today to talk about this. Now, you remember when I said to you that he was on the toilet?
Yeah.
When he went upstairs to get his gun, he did not bring his pants with him. I'm just telling you guys this. So he got into the shootout with this dude, commando. Yeah, literally commando style. and
Nope.
he chased this guy out onto the street of his neighborhood.
He had 2 guns pointed at him.
Yeah. This I'm being serious, Walter.
Not half butt naked, really?
Yeah, because when I was looking at the interview, his wife was like, "You got your dingling all out in the streets."
Man.
But I think that it's really important, I think, to have something on you. It doesn't. I know people have different reasons, like, hey, my Glock 19 is too heavy, or this thing or that thing. Try to get something, at least have something on you, even if it's smaller and lighter. Because if all of a sudden someone kicks in your door and you're there like half asleep or watching something or whatever, there's a whole bunch of things that are going to go through your brain, and for you to like rush off somewhere and get something is going to be a lot more difficult than having something at the time to fight back with and give yourself the room to maybe get other stuff. So
Yeah.
Boom. You know what's funny? I also do you like Kevin Hart? Do you know who Kevin Hart is?
I know who he is.
Yeah. Who is he?
It's a black actor guy.
He's a comedian.
Well,
Yeah.
he's
I'm
been in
not
movies.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if I'm giving him actor right now. He's in movies. Fine.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not Denzel Washington, okay? That's like saying Denzel Washington is an actor / comedian. Kevin Hart is a comedian who's in some movies.
He's pretty funny. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he is funny. But I was looking at his latest thing, and he was talking about the same subject of like was saying his house got home invaded, or some people broke into his house, and then he got really scared and he hid guns all over his house.
Did this rapper guy know this assailant?
No, And as a matter of fact, the guy didn't know him either, because his wife was saying when he was coming down the stairs and his wife was trying to tell him, "Hey, don't come down the stairs." And she said his name. His name is Bun B, so she said, "Bun, don't come down the stairs." And when the guy heard that, he was like, "Oh shit," because maybe in his brain, he was like, "Oh, that's the name of this rapper. This might not go well," because lots of rappers have guns, and even though they don't say this. A lot of them, well, they actually say this in their songs, but they do really have guns. They get busted in airports all the time.
Okay.
So, but it's important. I think it's important there's a lot of things on this, not just the like rapper / actor side of it. I think there's lots of people in our society that want to defend their homes, and they believe in the Second Amendment. And that's all cool. That's all well and good. You got to defend that. That's what we're always trying to do, defend the Second Amendment. But then even those of us who do that and we believe in it, we defend it, we get out there, we vote, we do all the different things, we got to make sure that when that time comes up, you got something on you. So you could. Okay, Walter, are you trying to ignore what I'm saying?
I'm listening. I'm
There's a little, trying to sneak the gun up in there. Okay. So let me know. This is a public service announcement, Walter. I want all the people out there, everyone out there, let me know right now, do you home carry or not? It's very important. If you don't, tell me why. If you do, tell me what you home carry. And we will start a campaign to get Walter to have his just get a little baby Makarov or a Tokarov or whatever it is, Walter, and have it in your pocket.
Ah, dear. Yes, sir.
There are, right? You showed me a little baby one the other day.
I used to have a Keltec. It's in my pocket all the time.
Oh, okay. Where's the Keltec?
It's over where my stuff's at.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes. More people. Listen, even Lola was looking at this thing, and because Lola doesn't like to home carry.
Yeah.
I must say that. But
I got a myriad of options I could have all.
Yeah, let's see what you got. What is that there? Show us
That's
that.
the 42. Glock.
Oh, that's the Glock 42. Okay, see, that could be in your pocket.
That's a great gun.
Or you could have the M&P Shield.
Yeah. Any bullets in there? Any rounds in those guns?
That's
loaded.
Then they got the high point.
The high point, yes. Are any of those loaded?
That's to be determined. That's not a.
Yeah. I'm gonna say
Walter,
no.
Walter, do you know why they make high points really heavy?
No, but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
Oh boy.
When it jams, that way you can throw it at them.
Oh, yeah, this thing would freaking kill you if you got hit with it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So speaking of high
That's
points, go ahead.
That's $180 coming right at you at full speed.
Okay, Dylan has jokes, by the way.
This one was only 100. So
Yeah,
this
Dylan has jokes. Look, guys, I got something right here in a box.
Oh, is that a high point carbine?
I'm gonna open it. Hold on, let me see.
Are you holding out on us? What are you doing?
Yeah,
here?
I'm gonna open this up right now.
That might be a 10 millimeter high point carbine.
My Milspe 2 from Tops Knives, which is like the knife I've had on me lately, opening stuff. Let me see. I'm gonna cut this down.
That's a drum roll.
Walter giving the drum roll.
I'll help you on that, Walter.
Yeah, my fingers got tired.
Oh, come on, Walter. It's too early to give up. Yeah, they packaged.
Too slow opening the box up,
They
damn it.
packaged this really well, Walter. Stay away before you get cut up, Lola. That's how you get cut up, woman. Here, you could take that. Okay, so there we go. I think you guys can see right there.
Yeah.
You can see that from the box. Let's see. Let's open this. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
I smelled a high point carbine.
What?
10
Is that 10 millimeter?
It better be. Yes, 10 millimeter on there. Let me see. Lola, move out of the way so I don't muzzle you. There we go.
Are those magazines 15 rounders, I'm assuming?
Let me see. Yeah. Let's see what. I don't know. I don't know if they're 15 rounders. I doubt it somehow.
I'm pretty sure that's what the 9 holds because I think it's the same mags as their pistol.
Yeah. Here's a magazine right here, but I thought they were 10 millimeter magazines, right? Not 10 millimeter, 10
rounds.
10 rounds, right, Walter?
They might be 10 round.
High Point does 10 rounds because it's legal everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's not really a brand that I know a lot about other than, is used as a boomerang.
Yeah. So here we go. Boom.
Boom.
High Point in the house.
There you go.
Awesome.
Very interesting. So, I already have a video of so Richard Hughes has one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he let us shoot it, and Walter and I. Is this thing? Ooh, it's threaded, Walter.
Threaded. I saw that.
There you go.
Now 10 millimeters, 40 cal, isn't it? Basically. There's 40
Could
cal.
you use a 45 suppressor on that?
I'm thinking that you could.
Which I happen to have one of those Liberty.
Oh, you do?
Can. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a great suppressor company.
Yeah. Oh, Liberty's awesome. So there you go. 10 millimeter carbine in the house. We'll do a video on this, but Walter, you know what I'm thinking, right? Can you guess what?
Tell me.
Yeah.
What, cut that thing down, make it shorter.
Yeah. Can you? Okay, let me see. Dylan, you say that you watch. What do you think is the first thing that I want to do with it?
I can't make that to a machine gun.
Oh, I was about to say it was gonna be a meltdown like you wanted to do with the Daniel defenses until Marty put his foot in his mouth.
Oh. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. Okay, Lola wants me to throw up some of the. Lola wants me to throw up the calibers that people. Okay, so let me see. I'm trying to go through here. Here's Alec F1. He says 357 here now. Big Cliff says Glock 21, 22, and 30. I'll try to throw up what people say that they carry.
Is it possible to make that into a machine gun? I don't know if it is.
Machine gun?
Anything's possible if you try hard enough.
Yeah, we'll have to get some big magazines because we'll go through those.
Yeah.
Put the safety harbor touch on it.
Yeah. YNH has it. He says bullpup conversion. That's the first thing.
Oh.
First thing that must be done. Bullpup conversion. Yes. Here is a test of your metal, Dylan. Are you into bullpups? Be honest. You don't have to lie.
Well, Hank, I'll be honest with you. I'm a left-handed shooter, so a lot of bullpups without the conversions, they'll eject brass right into my face. And then, to be honest, a lot of them have really crappy triggers.
Okay.
So I'm more of an AR guy, but the Tavor is a great rifle, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh, okay. All right. Very cool. All right. Yeah.
And
That's Go ahead.
Geisley makes an excellent trigger for the Tavor. That's only $100 for the quality that they have. That's a really good deal, I think.
Oh, their triggers come down to $100 for the
Just for a Tavor. It's called the SAR, the Tavor SAR
trigger
Sear
pack.
pack, I believe.
Yeah,
the trigger pack,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Exactly.
okay. Yeah, I didn't know it was that.
But no, I never knock anyone for liking bullpups. It's just with me being a lefty, I'm just they're just kind of awkward for me.
Right. Right. Yeah. So still, listen. I'm going to encourage everyone out there to. I'm going to encourage everyone out there to smash the thumbs ups. Okay, we really 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 need those thumbs ups, folks. So please do that. And also, let me throw this thing up in here while we're talking. Let's see. I'm trying to look through and see what folks have out there. Nightfire says Glock 42 home carry. Let's see. Miss K says Glock 43 home carry. I see Tyvin just got in here. Richard Monder says AUG is his favorite, but I don't think he's home carrying the AUG.
Well, if I'm gonna home carry, I'm not gonna be it's not gonna be in my pocket, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
It would almost have to be in a holster,
right?
Externally.
Mm-hmm.
Something that's not gonna be in the way when I fall asleep on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Yeah.
Just hope you don't have a bad dream when you're home carrying, or you walk in your sleep.
It sounds to me like the SHTF 50 would be the perfect choice for home carry.
Oh yeah. As the windows all get blown out. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're not deaf, you will be deaf after that.
Red Bear says 110-pound Mastiff.
That's what he has. Yeah. Who is a big baby? His 110-pound Mastiff. She's a sweetheart. But but I have a feeling.
She does bark at strangers, though.
Yes, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was just gonna say I have a feeling you don't really actually want to test Minnie.
Yeah, because if she latched onto you, it wouldn't be pleasant. Yeah.
No, but she's always cool. Like she has a good temperament.
Yeah.
Whenever I see her, I mean, maybe I've already like imprinted on her or something like that. But she's always cool with me.
Yeah.
Like when I see Neckbone, every now and then I see Neckbone, he carries on. Yeah, he's got the Napoleon complex.
He's like his owner.
Yeah. So shout out to Babyface P, by the
way. He's a good guy. I like Babyface.
Yeah. He's not.
Where is he?
He's usually here on Fridays, but I figured I'd give him the day off.
Oh, you give him the day off.
Yeah. I hope he appreciates it.
Massa Hank says he gets the day off.
Yeah, I hope he appreciates it somehow, knowing Babyface. I don't think so. He's probably playing around with his lathe right now.
Oh, I thought you said playing with his lady.
No,
never mind. Oh.
No, I'm sure he's playing around with his lathe right now.
He'll grow out of that lathe thing.
Yeah. Let's see. Victor Fowler says I use an AR-12 for home defense.
AR-12. Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a beast.
Yeah. So and Night Train says, and I use for home defense frangible ammo. Okay. Very cool. David Campbell says P320. Let me throw that up. P320C. That's his home carry. I'm trying to see what else. Yeah, and Panhead 413 is saying, I honestly thought about getting a 10mm high point to bring on deer hunting trip just to see guys' reactions.
I know Mac loves his. Those are great guns for the money.
Yeah, Mac got a high this high point carbine, right? I think I saw that video.
I think he did a video on the 10mm, the same one you have.
Yeah.
When I shot Richard Hughes's, it's got this rubber pad right on the stock.
Right.
And that thing was like, it was too grippy, man. It was like, feel like it was gonna tear the skin.
It's got plastic on it right here.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna tear the skin off my beautiful face.
You know if you've got little chin here, if you got hairs on your face, probably get in there. But listen, I will definitely with this. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shoot it first, before we do anything, we'll shoot it, make sure it functions okay, and all that
Oh, yeah.
stuff. And
Yeah.
then what I will do, I'm gonna try to get my hands on the. I think Hightower makes a bullpup kit.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Yeah, isn't whose phone is that?
Sorry, that's mine.
Oh, okay.
Not me this time.
Yeah, you gotta silence your phone, Dylan. But it's
Sorry about
okay.
the
No,
rookie
it's cool.
mistake.
No, it's cool. It's
Oh,
cool.
I do it all the time. No
I'll
rookies.
vouch for Dylan, that was me.
That was you.
Oh.
That was you texting Dylan.
Yes, sorry.
Seriously, Lola?
Sorry, I'm gonna vouch for him.
Lola already texted me too, so
Oh,
you know,
what is Lola texting you guys?
asking if we've seen about the Muslim kids that say they're going to chop off people's heads
Where is this?
in the U.S. here. Yeah.
Really.
Let's see here. Where's that at?
Oh,
it was
hold on. Let me
introduced.
throw this up. Yeah, Lola just sent it to me. I'll throw it up on my phone. Shocking video of children in Philadelphia Muslim society. We will chop off their heads for Allah.
Yeah. Well, let me just comment on that. That's the
Don't-
common practice in these places. So, or the teaching stuff. So don't be surprised.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible. That's pretty
Yeah.
terrible.
So
Don't raise your children like that.
make sure you have plenty of that 10mm.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And it might not help or hurt to have one of these too. A big old blade.
Where you going? Yeah, that's your house carry. That's Walter's
Yeah,
house
that's
carry.
that. This is that funky looking
Wait,
one.
hold
Looks
on,
like it came
hold
out.
on, hold on. Let me throw this up. Oh, that's from like not Game of Thrones, but like Conan the
Oh, I don't-
Barbarian or something.
Yeah, it's. I don't know what it's supposed to be from. I got it from a friend, and
Did I
it's
see
even got
this?
a.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you've seen it before. It's got a jewel in the end. Look at that.
Bejeweled,
Bejeweled, bedazzled,
Yeah,
be dead.
yeah.
Anyways, no.
Yeah, seriously, I think this is like a terrible thing for the parents. The parents of those kids, man, they need to get some,
Well, at what
How
point?
young do you want your children and carted off to like Guantanamo Bay?
At
Yeah.
what point? At what point do we finally come to the realization about these centers and what they're really up to? So,
And you know, Hank, I know that the topic today is a home carry, but really we need to also stress to carry in your areas of worship with all these recent events.
Yep.
We do. Yeah, we do.
Yep.
People need to carry all the time.
That's right.
Yeah. I went to the theater last night to see the new movie.
Yeah.
That's everybody and
Endgame.
which I liked it.
How was it?
Yeah,
No spoilers, Walter. Don't do it.
I liked it. Because put it this way, it's 3 hours long, and at no point during the movie did I feel like I was going to fall asleep.
You stayed awake for 3 hours in a movie theater sitting. Did you get up to go to the bathroom?
No, sir.
What?
Wow.
I didn't eat. No chili dogs before the movie.
Okay, so you went in, so going in, you knew it was
I went in
3
with no. All I had in the theater was popcorn and some Diet Coke. Yep.
Okay. All right. And you enjoyed it?
It did not seem like 3 hours.
Oh, okay. Good. Lots of good reviews out there on it.
I didn't go like look at my look at my phone and go, how long has this freaking thing been on for?
Mm-hmm.
So what that means is there wasn't a lot of these like quiet times where they're talking real quiet to each other, and or the intimate moments, in some of these movies that go on for 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it was good.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't see the previous movie, so some of what was going on was like, what's this all about? And then all the pieces came together, and I asked some questions of my family members, and they informed me about the last movie.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
No, I like.
Yeah.
I would just say that they killed my favorite part. My favorite character.
Do it. Don't say it. No spoilers, Walter. I haven't seen it. Dylan, have you seen the movie yet?
No, but a bunch of my friends wanted me to go the weekend of the NRA annual meeting, so they went without me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Dylan doesn't give up anything. Dylan, tell the folks out there about your first, because this was your second NRA annual meeting, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. What was the first one?
Well, so I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, and the first meeting I got to go to was actually in 2016. It was in Louisville, and I looked at the date and I noticed that I was a senior in high school and I was about to graduate, and I noticed it was the same day as my graduation, and it was actually at the same convention center. So I told my dad, there's no way I'm missing this annual meeting, so you're gonna have to call the principal and tell him I'm debilitated or something. And he did.
Man, you're for real.
You're hardcore,
serious
man.
guy. Yeah. So yeah, you know what? That's true. I noticed like when we were in Indy, there were lots of what is it called? Prom or something was going on. There was a bunch of prom going on. So yeah, that makes.
Yeah, they had like some separate convention areas down there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I hear the next year is in Nashville.
That's right, and it'll be back in Louisville in 2022, I believe.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
We don't know
if the NRA is still around.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We don't know if the
man,
NRA is going to be around by then. I don't know if it should be. I personally don't want to keep going back. And I listen, Dylan, I met you at the NRA. Did I meet you at the one in Louisville?
No, I did not get to I didn't get to stay for as long of a time as I did at the one in Indianapolis.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, I enjoy meeting people, and I'm happy to see different people in the gun companies and stuff like that. But overall, going to the NRA thing, it was difficult for me, man, because I don't really want to support them or the message they're putting out there, and I really do wish someone would come up with like a 2A fest or something else that we could all do instead of going there. And I think we were talking about this. There's other news out on the NRA thing. Let me see if I could pull it up. Where is
Right.
it?
Do you want me to mention it or?
Yeah, go ahead. You talk about it. Let me see.
Okay.
I'm going to try to pull it up if I can.
So, as I understand, when we were all at the meeting, one of the big topics was that there was apparently $200,000 used for LaPierre's wardrobe when that $1.4 million they're giving him apparently isn't enough for him to buy his own suits. But now last night I read that there was another $240,000 used on travel fees. I believe he went to Italy and Hungary. But you got to think of spending $240,000 on a few trips. I mean, it's just the article mentions how the NRA's nonprofit status might be targeted because, I mean, these are some clearly red flags. And I say red flags. It's kind of a joke because they support the red flag bills.
Right.
Yeah. So I just threw up while you were talking there the article. This one I'm looking at from the Hill. And it says NRA ad agency, that's Ackerman McQueen. Says
right.
gun group's CEO charged $240,000 for travel expenses.
Right.
CEO Wayne LaPierre charged the group's longtime ad agency for nearly $250,000 in expenses related to his travel to Italy, Hungary, the Bahamas, and other destinations. I don't know what that has to do with the Second Amendment.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NRA officials reportedly reimbursed Ackerman McQueen for the expenses. The Journal reports, though the letter represents a falling out between the two organizations. So it goes on. It's complicated. You guys might, the folks out there may actually want to take a look at this. What do you think, Walt?
I think it's monkey business. I mean, it don't cost that much. Why would we go into the Bahamas?
Yeah.
They got no guns in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Why do they go into Italy? Italians have guns, but they don't need Wayne LaPierre for that.
No. What does this have to do with America and the Second Amendment in America?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
I read in the article that when he went to Italy, he was doing some type of trip with Beretta. They gave him some type of fancy shotgun or something.
Well, then Beretta should pay for that nonsense.
yeah.
No kidding.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I've got no issues with that, but Beretta should pay for that, not the people not the folks that give money to the NRA. I don't want my money going towards that.
I don't either. And Hank, I'll go ahead and tell you my opinion on the NRA. I think they need to be completely defunded until they get new leadership and clean up their act, or they just need to stand out of the way and let the grassroots organizations like the GOA just take charge, because who needs Democrats when you have them proposing new gun laws?
Exactly. Precisely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amen to that. For example, like, yesterday we had Maj Toure, by the way, right? He was on.
Great guy.
Yeah, thank you. He's running for city council in Philadelphia. He's running for an at-large seat on the city council. And he was saying that, he's been doing this for a while, and he's been talking to the folks at the NRA, and they were promising to give him some money to help with the cause of bringing people, in urban areas, inner city, however you want to pull it.
I bet they
fold.
haven't given him a penny.
Yeah, he said he never got the money.
Oh yeah.
He never got it. So, but they can write a check to LaPierre to pay for these expenses. I don't even. That's crazy, man. And if you're getting something from these companies and you're going to these countries, because they sound like countries that make guns, right? Right? Italy makes some guns.
Yeah.
Hungary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What guns does Hungary make?
Well, you ever heard
AKs.
You ever heard of FEG?
Oh right, yes, right, yeah.
That's Hungarian.
Yeah,
that's
isn't
one
the
of
underfolder? There's a lot of Hungarian underfolders.
The AK-63D.
Yeah.
Yeah. They make a bunch of different stuff. Yeah.
So why can't those companies should have? That's not a thing we're supposed to be paying for.
No kidding. I agree.
So yeah, and I'm sure there's a whole bunch of. I don't know what we're paying for his clothes for. I don't ever see him walking around in NRA t-shirts. Have you ever seen him walking around in the NRA? That's the only shirts we should be paying for. Ones that say NRA on it, not real activists.
Well, with them being 30 million in the hole, he needs to be walking around in a bath towel, if you ask me.
Oh my God.
Man, this tough neighborhood we're in today. Well,
oh, Dylan's pretty serious.
All right, so Dylan, you been to Knob Creek?
You know what, Walter? I went.
You live in Louisville and you hadn't been to Knob Creek?
No, I have not. And it's I'm always away in school when it's
okay.
I'm gonna go next year though, and I know that you normally are there, so we'll have to meet up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
No worries.
So
twice a year, April and October.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing that.
There was there's two news. Let me see, where is it? There was something about Knob Creek here on my radar. Let me see if I could find it and pull it up. Someone actually did here we go. Here's the article. I'm gonna throw this up. I'll throw this up in the thing. You guys won't see it right now. What the world's biggest machine gun shoot looks like. And it's a picture of something blowing up. I don't see Walter in here. But I do see something blowing up. Twice a year, firearms enthusiasts. Let's see. This is in the Intelligencer. And twice a year, firearms enthusiasts meet at the Knob Creek Gun Range in Bullitt County, Kentucky. It's actually Bullitt County. That's the name?
Yeah, it's Bullitt County, yep.
Oh, yeah.
What? Walter, I want a t-shirt from Bullitt County.
I had never seen a Bullitt County t-shirt.
Yeah, come on. I didn't know that was the name of the county. Okay. For an event billed the world's largest machine gun shoot, visitors can avail themselves of a wide variety of powerful weapons, including magazine-fed and belt-fed machine guns, automatic rifles from the 1930s, and more exotic artillery like a full-size cannon. And it goes on here. I don't know if this is like a really pro-gun thing. Do you ever get involved in the big shoots and stuff like that's going on over there, Walter?
No, I'm getting involved in taking the people's money, selling stuff.
Yeah. You're doing business.
Yeah. Most of the
Walter's
time,
a hustler.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've seen the shooting before, so after you've seen it a few times, it's all the same stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Right.
but
Walter
yeah,
is a
no,
hustler, though. He is a hustler.
I'm there to make some money, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do buy a few things too, by the way. I'm a customer too, so.
Yeah. I keep telling Walter that he's a rapper in disguise, but he doesn't.
Yo.
Yeah.
Oh, rappers. Walter's got swag,
baby. I'm
no
a
doubt.
hustler. I'm
Yo,
just
yo,
looking
yo.
for the customers.
I just need the money, bro. Yo.
If you get at me, I'll bust at you.
I'll get up on you, bust a
Lola
cap on your ass.
Oh, Dylan. Fridays, I don't know. You might be too young to come on Fridays.
I got my shiny new mag. I'll jam up your ass and get my going.
I got one for you. My name's Walter. During the show, I like to eat supper, even though the ATF makes me serialize my upper.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Oh,
Okay.
by the way, I got the one back that went for the determination,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna give it a special number. I think
Ah.
it might have that FU ATF serial number on it.
It might say Hank Strange
Yeah,
69
I
on
was
it.
gonna say, yeah, 69 this. I was gonna say I call dibs, but
We'll talk about
yeah,
Walter, I want to say I'm sorry to hear about the news, but I'm happy that you at least got the machines back running and you're at least back to making them.
yeah,
yeah. We're doing it. Yep, we're doing it.
yeah,
Yep. I mean, I could have been making them the whole time and just put
Right,
serial
you just
numbers
didn't
on
know.
them. But
Right.
yeah, I wanted to make sure, and now we know for sure.
Well,
yeah.
we need to set you up a GoFundMe to pay for your legal challenge, because if they can ban that, if they can make that upper be serialized, what's to make a standard upper be serialized?
Well,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
The lawyer wrote another letter to them to explain the parts that they didn't address. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So.
When I talk to people, Walter, that's not just Dylan saying that. When I talk to people, other people out there, they're like shocked to hear it, and they're like, "Hey, what can we do? We have to actually fight back, push back against that thing." So
it's going to take to do that in a lawsuit thing. It's going to take not just people, but you'd have to get other bigger companies on board too.
Yeah.
So.
And Walter, I want to tell you, I don't have that many connections in the gun industry, but I've heard some people in the brace industry say how the ATF is starting to crack down on how they do business with things, like how they don't have to submit an accessory with the firearm attached.
Right.
The whole regulatory stuff. I know the Supreme Court's taken up a case about that, but
yes.
it really sounds like it's going to take a court decision to stop this nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That one that's coming up on the regulatory stuff is going to be a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
and that affects all agencies, I believe.
Oh yeah, across the board. Yeah.
Yeah. We definitely need to, put a roadblock in the way of these guys. But I know when I talk to lots of folks out there, and specifically about what's happened with you, Walter, there's a lot of people saying, "Hey, you guys have to fight back." The tough part of that, I know, it financially, it's not easy. Excuse me. And I think that's why the ATF's doing this, man. They're acting like bullies here lately. You know what I mean? And it's interesting that Trump has not replaced any of these guys.
I agree. Exactly.
Yeah.
So maybe we need to consider all those things. I know you want to like focus on business and move forward, but maybe we do need to make something of that. Well, we're not trying to bully you into it here on air. Hillbilly Nitro says Walter needs to make Walter bucks. Walter bucks. Maybe a patch. You do have a patch out right now.
Well,
I
I guess a Walter Bucks one could follow the Save Your Shekels patch, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. There's the Shekels patch.
Save Your Shekels.
There's the Shekels patch for you. Okay, and let's see. All right, so there's a couple things going on here.
Let's see what else.
Trucker 9mm says they're gonna ban triggers. Yeah, they would like to. I believe we're gonna see some stuff.
Yeah, there's word the bump stocks are gonna. Well, not bump stocks, but braces could go away too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my goodness.
These guys are gonna do a lot of things if we sit around and just let them do it.
Walter, what is the news on the braces?
Well, there's been no official news, but this kind of underlying buzz that eventually they're gonna pull back on the braces too, but.
Wow.
I don't know, man. There's a lot more braces out there probably now than there were bump stocks. So.
I know at my local gun store that's became a hot seller just because since that determination the braces are as good as stocks.
Yeah. Well, that's what everyone's doing instead of filing
SPR
paperwork.
Yeah. So. And there hasn't been a knock wood, and I hope there isn't. There hasn't been an incident with a brace either yet. So.
Right. That's good.
Well, of course, if that happens, then next thing you know, it'll be
like... They can't drum up something. That they can't make up false charges that never get proven. Right?
Or close cases before they have any real answers.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's pretty sad what's going on, Walter. I know, like, you standing alone, we talk about this, right? Like, it's if, like, these guys roll up with an army to take one person's guns. If they roll up to take your guns and you're all on your own, it's not advised for you to fight them and lose your life and have people in your family go down over that. So it's a situation because one guy on his own, what's he going to do? That we really need to get together and push back against these things because they're acting like bullies right now.
Oh
you
yeah.
know? And I think that even the administration we have right now is just letting these guys do this stuff. You know, they're letting them run all over us. And at some point here, we have to push back. There is the Second Amendment. There is the Constitution. There's a lot of crap going on here that they should never be allowed to get away with. So, let me see here. I want to go to, since we're on Kentucky.
Actually, there's an imposter saying if your upper was semi-auto, would it still need a number? If the upper was semi-auto and it was gas operated, no.
Okay.
See, their reasoning behind saying the AR upper is not serial number thing because it's operated by the gas firing the bullet.
Okay.
Versus the bolt is operated by the shooter person.
Yeah, but the bolt does not fire the round, right?
But their logic is all the pieces are the same as the bolt action. So, if I built a 50 caliber semi-automatic upper that fired, it was operated by the firing of the bullet, then no, it would not be.
Well, Walter, I got a question for you. How come on on a SCAR, I believe on a SCAR the upper is the serialized part?
Yes, it is.
Why is that different than determined different than an AR?
The only reason the AR-15 is that the lower is the firearm is because back in 1960 whatever when they
68.
No, before that,
okay.
When they turned it in for determination, Colt had put the serial number on the lower because it was easier to market there, and ATF just accepted it. So every other semi-automatic or firearm out there, like military style guns, all the uppers are all the firearm, not the lower.
Right.
So that's the story why the AR is the way it is. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
some craziness going on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I going to build a semi-automatic 50 caliber upper for going an AR-15 or an AR? Probably not.
Price is going to go up.
Well, probably not. Just say that.
Yeah.
It's not on my list of things to do. But who knows?
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into some stuff here. We were talking about this, I think, earlier. Here, let me just throw this up. Kentucky man arrested on, let's see, where is it? Okay, Kentucky man arrested at Newark Airport after two guns found in carry baggage. And there he goes. They showed him. I don't know if you know this guy, Dylan, but...
I hope not.
Yeah, so a 25-year-old Johnny Clay Curtis...
What do people think?
Huh? Yeah.
What do people think?
Yeah. I don't know. He's facing several charges involving weapon offenses after being arrested at the Newark airport. Agents say
he's in New Jersey too?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He was in Jersey. Yeah, he's going to have serious... he might never see Kentucky again.
There's one thing to get, TSA like in Kentucky and that happens. But then you're in Jersey? Right. Oh, they're gonna jump on top of you and butt fuck you like you ain't never been before.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're gonna do you so hard and dry. You're gonna.
Yeah. It's gonna be rough. Sandpaper rough. Yeah.
He might as well be in California. I mean, they got some bad laws up there.
Yeah. So agents say they found a loaded revolver and a loaded semi-automatic handgun in Curtis's carry bag at Terminal C checkpoint. They say both guns had a bullet in the chamber. If it's a revolver, of course. But travelers are allowed to fly with a gun, but it has to be checked luggage. Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, it's something even funnier. Oh, sorry, Walter. You go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was going to say something about family trees, but go ahead.
Yeah. Don't talk bad. Listen, we got people from Kentucky. Don't start that. Dylan's pretty passionate. Don't make him go to war.
I'm not talking about Dylan's family now.
Yeah, don't make him go.
It'd take a lot for Walter to make me mad. I like Walter. Well, anyways, in New Jersey, they also have laws that you can't even own hollow point bullets. So if he's got a hollow point round in his gun, there'll be another charge.
That'd be another penis trying to go in his butt.
Exactly.
I mean, just yeah, of all places, man. That's like these basketball players or football players. They get caught in New York or something, or New York City with a handgun. It's like,
Oh yeah.
what the f- are you thinking, dude? Come
Yeah.
on, man.
Yeah. Okay, so this is another thing to say to people as a public service announcement. When you get into guns, please note that you have to check your
You're
local
going.
state laws, wherever you're going. Everything you do, you have to check up on it.
I don't care if you're just driving through, man.
Yeah.
You better know your
Check up on it.
shizits.
And I have a
Yeah.
app, what is that app I have on my phone? I'm trying to remember what the name of it is because I probably won't just find it just from going through my phone. But I have an app that's really good for that. Lola, do you remember the name of that app?
Yes. Give me 1 second.
There's a good app for this that tells you all the stuff that you need to know if you're driving around in different states and you want to know whether you're
Right.
Like reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
Yeah, let me see. Is it called? Go ahead.
CW?
I know the USCCA has some good information
Yeah.
on their website about that.
Okay, here it goes. I found it. So it's called CCW. Here, let me see. I'll try to throw it up. So this is the app here. It's called CCW, right? So it has all the recent updates, and then you can go in there and put in what states you have permits in, and you see how it's showing like these areas. So based on where I tell it I have a permit, it tells me where I can drive in America, and my CCW reciprocates to, and then the red, that's all in green, and the red stuff, and it goes through a bunch of different laws and all of that. You can click on specific states and see stuff of the laws going on there. Like you can click on California, and it tells you transport laws and things like that. It does cost some money. I think it's like maybe $4 or something, but very well worth it. To keep up with these laws, and always don't even just go by that. Double check things too. When you're traveling, think about that stuff. Very important.
Not to mean to change the subject, Hank, but aren't you all in Florida having some issues with your CCW from the ag commissioner?
Oh, these stupid people in the state voted in a Democrat for that.
Yeah.
And
Oh, my
she is a anti-gun leftist.
But how does she have the authority for that? I mean, DeSantis needs to set the record straight on that.
Well, the law is set up the ag commissioner is in charge of CCWs, and she got on there, and we tried to help the guy that was running. Do you remember that, Walter? The other guy that was running, we tried to help him. I had him on the show. I mean, it's not good enough for me to do it. Everyone out there in Florida has to do it. To be honest with you.
Right.
No, Jay Fant wasn't running. He was running for state attorney general. It was I forgot the Matt something was the name.
Yeah, I
of
know
the,
you're talking about.
Yeah. Matt something was the guy running. Caldwell. Yeah. And unfortunately, he didn't get enough support and stuff like that. One of the problems with Caldwell and a lot of these guys is that they also all went along with this crap that what's his name did.
Rick Scott.
Yeah, Rick Scott did, and so they pissed people off. But I still voted for him. But ultimately, a Democrat chick got in there, and she's gonna mess things up.
So
for people.
I'm assuming, I think the laws like in Kentucky I believe the ag commissioner does not have that authority in Kentucky. It might just be a Florida thing. But is there anything that like the governor could do about that issue?
I'm sure they're looking at it, but I don't know what they could do to change the state constitution, right, Walter? Because that's what's laying that out. Who's in charge of that?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of oversight there is on the.
That's what
is
we
she
could
just
do.
making
Don't vote
it
for her ever again.
right? Is she just making it to where it's like harder to get your paperwork through or something? I'm assuming, or.
Oh, what is it she wants to do?
They're gonna go back and investigate a bunch of stuff that the CCW permits that were given out. They are gonna make it more difficult for that process to go through. Yeah, they're gonna do everything they could do to throw a monkey wrench into the works. So,
oh my goodness! Well, you all just need constitutional carry, and that'll solve that problem.
Yeah.
What we need to do is not elect these assholes.
You're exactly right.
Yeah, Harry's Holsters says what's up. By the way, today's show is brought to you by Harry's Holsters, everyone.
Harry's Holsters.
Just so you know. And then let me throw up this Florida news while we're here on the subject. No, that's the wrong thing. That's my phone still. So Florida lawmakers, this happened a couple days ago, actually, or maybe even last week. Florida lawmakers passed bill expanding program that allows teachers to carry guns. Now, this was all part of the law that they put into effect before.
It's all
Right.
You know, but like I told people when they put this into effect, it really didn't have any teeth in it. So
Right.
now they had to make a separate law around this. So more Florida classroom teachers could carry guns in school under a bill passed Wednesday by state lawmakers. The latest response to last year's mass shooting at a Parkland high school, the Republican-led House voted 65 to 47 on Wednesday to send the bill to GOP Governor Ron DeSantis, who is expected to sign it. The crazy thing about this is why these guys passed that bill, but what they passed allowed the local sheriffs of all these places to opt out.
So if you had an anti-gun sheriff, you would be out of luck.
Yeah, and
yes, pretty much.
It's all feel good stuff because there's so much training involved with it. A lot of people aren't going to do it.
Well, it gave them cover as a reason to support like the red flag bill and the bump stock ban that was attached to it.
Yeah. So now we've got this other law that's going up there. I haven't had a chance to check into it. Hopefully it's standalone. This is what you should have done in the first place, you knucklehead Republicans here in Florida. You should have made a standalone bill to let the teachers protect the classrooms, damn it. Instead of the nonsense you put into effect. How about reversing that crap from last year?
That's right.
I would like to see that. Go ahead.
A teacher in Parkland would have been much better than the sheriff or the sheriff and the officer that ducked cover and allowed the students to be slaughtered.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. I think Florida is kind of like losing its way. But
too many. I hate to say it. Too many people from up north.
Yeah. Well, listen, okay.
Too many people from up north.
That's true, and it's not true because the Republicans are allowing this stuff to happen.
Well, where are those Republicans from? Up north.
Are they coming from up north? Because the ones here have been here for a while. Well, maybe they had too much sun.
They're scared of their shadows, is what they are. That's what they're. Yeah. That's mostly politicians in general are so scared of what they're thinking.
Yeah. So Tyven Show wants me to reintroduce the guest. So this is Dylan, and I met Dylan.
How's it going?
I met Dylan last week when I was at NRAM 2019 in Indy. He's from Kentucky. He's a young college student. He is a supporter of myself as well as Military Arms Channel. He's a gun guy. He's a young gun guy. And I think he's pretty outspoken, as you guys could see.
Yeah, and that's all right.
Yeah, it's a good thing. And I wanted to encourage him because when I saw him at the event that Mac did a private event that he invited me to come and hang out.
So,
go ahead.
Mac didn't even go into the NRA convention?
No. I mean, he gets 1,000 stares in there from the NRA leadership.
Well, he should have went in there.
Yeah. I agree.
He should have went up and stood right in front of their place.
That's part of the reason why. I think it's important to go is for the membership to put the pressure on the board members, and that's my whole thing.
Yeah, because nothing's going to change unless.
Yeah. Listen, Mac has been very vocally fighting them on all fronts.
Yeah.
I think when it just came down to it, he didn't want to go. Mac is a lifetime member, by the way. Just like you are, Walt. He's a lifetime member. I think he wanted to go there, support his fans. I know he did do the TGC panel as well. Did you go to that, Dylan?
No, we had to hurry back for class. My friend Ben and I did, so I didn't get to go. But on the subject of Tim, I understand why Tim didn't want to go because, he has a lot of, he probably just didn't want to get a bunch of, get all fired up when he was there because I know it makes him really upset. And, I can see why he just didn't want to deal with it because, he's been really trying hard to push. He's been one of their most outspoken critics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pixamite wants to know what part of Kentucky you're in, and then shout out to Skips Tactical. She's out there. She says happy Friday, and hey to everyone.
All right. Well, I'm in Bowling Green right now.
Oh, cool.
Corvette City.
Yes, Corvette Museum. Have you been to the Corvette Museum?
Yes, I have.
No. Have you, Walter?
I've never stopped.
No,
Always driving past. Yeah.
Yeah, driving back, I was telling Lola, man, we need to stop, but Lola had to get back.
Yeah, but
yeah,
if you're gonna stop, then you're gonna have to stay.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
You can't be rushed and run through it in 15
can't stop
minutes.
and do it in an hour, right? Can't take.
That's like I kind of went to the Jack Daniel's distillery. We went up there, spent the night, and then next day we went to the distillery, and then we drove on to Knob Creek. So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How is the Corvette Museum, Dylan?
It's pretty good. I actually went on a field trip years ago, and I've been one time since then. But I'm not as big of a car guy as you all are. I'll be honest. I'm more of a gun guy, but I appreciate. I try to give my props to anything American made because it seems like eventually when the country goes south, we won't be making things anymore.
We better always be making things.
That's right.
You have to make things. You can't have a country where they don't
even
make things.
even Elon Musk is making the Teslas up in here. So
that's right.
Regardless of what you think about Teslas, Elon is making them in America. Go ahead, Walt.
Speaking about Elon, you hear about their test man capsule caught fire and burned?
Oh, holy cow!
Is that the one that launched recently?
I don't know if it was in testing on the ground, but it caught fire and burned internally.
Wow.
I guess
Completely damaged.
So,
no recovery.
It's pretty bad, I guess. Yeah.
Ooh.
So, there's if everybody remembers back in the old days, Apollo 1, where the 3 astronauts were killed, that caught fire and burned too. So you don't want to put guys in something that might catch fire and burn.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
no, for sure. That's why you have to do testing. But see, there goes another thing that Musk is doing and the government's not even doing. Now, the government is funding him.
Well, he's launching from government property and stuff, but private industry moves at a lot faster pace than the government. Yeah. Because the government is constantly being the government, and it doesn't move.
Have you seen? Go ahead.
That's why communist countries don't make anything good except for maybe a Kalashnikov or two.
That's a couple nice tanks.
Yeah, that's right too. That's right.
But you can't put your steak in a tank.
Yeah,
exactly.
And as we've already settled here on the show, they didn't actually invent the HK.
Okay, stop. Stop all that monkey business.
Whatever. They didn't actually invent it, because what have they invented for you lately? They didn't invent it. Whatever. Well, that's just me. They stole it from someone. They jacked it.
No.
No? I'm pretty sure they jacked it from the Germans.
You think the Germans could never build something so plain?
Yeah, well, they simplified it. They obviously simplified it. Well, don't worry. We're going to find it one day. We're going to find it.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy.
I'll give that one to Kalashnikov. So,
okay. All right. Let me see.
Now, they had serious influence from the Germans, yes.
Yeah.
But I don't, the Germans don't think that simple.
Yeah. So let me just ask you, what upgrades have they done to the HK? Kalashnikov's not here
AK.
anymore. Yeah, to the AK. Sorry, the AK. What?
They've done a lot of external stuff.
Yeah, like what?
Okay, let me just say this back at you.
Surface stuff, yeah.
When something works and it works well, why do you have to with it?
For sure. I'm a fan of the AK, as you know.
I mean, look at this thing right here. Yeah. This thing ain't much different from the day that it was first issued, and it will definitely get...
Now, hold on a second. You can't compare Browning
This will get the job done.
Okay, but Walter, you cannot compare Browning to Kalashnikov.
No, Browning designed a lot more stuff, I can say that.
Yeah. Hells yeah. Let me tell you something. What's the name of the guy at Kellgren? George Kellgren at Caltech. Okay, I know those dudes don't necessarily like me, but George Kellgren, you can't compare Kalashnikov to him, man. That dude's actually made some shit. He's actually designed some stuff.
Let's just say this: there hasn't been any Caltechs made as many of as there have been Kalashnikovs made. So,
well, Hank, let me say this:
yes,
I do believe the modern AKs use a 90-degree gas block instead of a 45-degree. They've made some minor tweaks, but like Walter kind of said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, they add like the new ones have AR type stocks on them, and
maybe a more modular handguard.
Yeah, Picatinny rails and all that stuff. But bottom line is,
it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, listen.
Boom.
Yeah, but
I mean,
we've been developing.
I don't need no stick and Picatinny rail to do the
But
job.
since that 1911, we've developed a lot of stuff.
Oh, yes, we have. Yes, we
we've
have.
developed a lot of stuff. What has Russia
Right.
done with the AK since it came out?
They went to a different caliber.
Right.
Oh.
545.
545.
Oh.
But that was
I like
copying
the
us.
545.
That was copied
actually.
by the 556.
Yeah, I like the
Well, that-
545. Okay, so I'm making fun, but that's cool. I'm a fan. 545.
I like them all. I like see. People say, "Oh, Ford, Chevy, blah blah blah." I like to stick the key in the ignition, turn it, and it goes.
Yeah.
That's my car. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, if you can give me this, I'll take a High Point. I'll take a Tokarev. I'll take a Mauser. Whatever you want to give me, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen, when one of these days when they make the Schwarzenegger rule and I become president, I will show you guys the proof. I will take that out of the White House wherever they keep it. I will show you guys the stuff about the aliens. I will just
Is that in the president's desk?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I will also show. Okay, Pixamite said I'm trolling you.
So is that where they keep the alien remains at the president's desk?
Yeah, Pixamite says I'm trolling you, which I am. I'm totally trolling Walter.
I'm not worried about it.
He's been here before.
Hey, speaking of the Ford Chevy thing, you see, I think it was, I don't know if it was a Florida dude or whoever shot two people over a Ford Chevy argument.
No.
Holy cow.
Damn
Yeah,
Florida guys.
I can't say for sure it was Florida, but
Yeah, hold on. You better look that
shoot
up in the news, man. If that's really a Florida guy, we got to get proper credit on that.
I hope it's not a Kentucky guy because you have already roasted that enough.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was a crazy Kentucky guy right there that he had no clues about what was it, Ford? What did you see, Walter? What
It was
was
like
the
a Ford Chevy argument.
Ford Chevy argument. Let me see if I could find anything on it. This is why we need Babyface here looking this up.
Oh, I just saw he posted on Instagram. He's in North Carolina.
Oh, he's not even here.
Yeah.
He's not even here enjoying the time off that I gave him before he goes to North Carolina. He did
How
not
dare
get
you go
Yeah.
to North Carolina without asking the master?
Yeah.
He didn't get permission for paid vacation.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay, violation. Babyface is going to be written up now. He's going to be written up. So he's going to I was texting him. I didn't realize he was out of town. We were texting. Ford versus Chevy argument ends with shooting. Yeah. A Virginia man shot his What? Virginia man shot his girlfriend 5 times last week after they argued whether Ford or Chevy makes the best vehicle. Mark Edwin Turner, 56, was arrested on April 23rd in Bedford, Virginia, after he barricaded himself into a house for more than 2 hours following the incident. Oh, yeah. Yes.
What a dumbass.
I'm rolling up the picture of this dude just so you guys can see.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how stupid can you be?
Yeah. So Turner, this guy's pretty stupid. He's pretty stupid. So Turner was having a family dinner with his girlfriend, her adult son, and the son's girlfriend when he started arguing about which automaker was better. As the argument got more heated, fueled by what was reported as heavy drinking, Turner first pulled out a knife and then produced a gun.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. There was a scuffle, and Turner ended up stabbing his girlfriend. What? He then shot her 5 times and shot her. This guy's... He's bad.
Oh, my
right.
God.
I'm going to say something now here that's going to get some people riled.
Uh-huh.
There are people who should not own firearms.
I agree.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, this guy.
And they shouldn't be able to vote, and they shouldn't have any rights.
This guy's going away.
I take Homie. Homie needs to learn what manila rope is around his neck. Cause out of the gene pool.
Yeah.
So,
and by the way, and in the argument of Ford versus Chevy for the best American car,
who won?
Ram.
Dodge.
Ram is the winner. Dodge.
Or,
yeah.
Oh, I don't
There you
care.
go.
I'll take Dodge. Ford,
Yeah,
Chevy,
Ram,
yeah.
Dodge. So
Yeah,
I was
Ram
going to
or
say
Dodge.
Audi, but I didn't want to get you guys going.
Oh, speaking of Audi,
I didn't want to get everyone riled up.
Audi's still the car of choice for Tony Stark in the movie too. By the way,
I know.
Is that a spoiler? Did I spoil
No,
that?
I know. I already knew that. He was driving an Audi GT in there. I know. All
Even in post-apocalyptic evaporated people times, he's still driving an Audi.
Yeah. Did you like the Audi GT when you saw it? It's like a 4-door coupe looking like thing.
Yeah. That was like their hybrid or something.
Well, no, they're all electric.
Yeah.
Yeah. Audi's releasing the e-tron, which is like a crossover SUV. That should be out now, but it's kind of been delayed all the time because when I go to my dealership, they told me that they want me to drive it, but they haven't really been able to get one that they could keep. It looks like they have one, and they're passing it around.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like,
Um,
dudes used to do back in the days. Oh, Lola says I can't tell that joke.
uh,
No, Lola, you can't sit in here, man. You are censoring me. You need to go to the other room, Lola. Too much censoring.
here's the answer why this guy's Hillbilly Nitro USA said it's all the Wi-Fi waves making people crazy.
Oh, okay. So you're saying it has nothing to do with the meth and the moonshine
And the
crack?
breeding and the breeding and the breeding. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think he's
That's
just
maybe
like
one of
this.
those family trees that's like a telephone pole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight up and down, man.
Yeah.
Straight up and down.
That
Yeah.
guy was missing a few screws in his head, it sounds like.
Looks like a couple screws were undone, man. He has scars on his nose and
Yeah.
no hair.
Got a little bit too many. A little bit too many. Okay, you guys want to do?
Cooking too much meth in
Yeah.
the backyard, probably.
Yeah, actually, let's do this in honor of Babyface, who's not with us, being that he's in North Carolina.
Oh, speaking of not with us anymore, I don't want to ever forget.
Oh, go
Who
ahead.
died the other day? Yesterday, or the day before?
I know John Singleton died. Did someone else die?
The actor that did from Star Wars.
Oh, Chewbacca. Oh,
Chewbacca.
Yeah,
Chewbacca.
the British actor. Oh crap!
Yeah.
I can't believe I forgot that.
What was he, about 73 or so?
Yeah, something like that. He had health issues, I guess.
Yeah,
Rich,
let me pull that up because this guy is part of my childhood.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Walter, if you need to go to the bathroom, we will excuse you. Yeah. Just make sure you take a gun in there with you, okay? Don't be running around with your nuts hanging out like friggin' Bun B had his nuts hanging out when he was shooting that guy.
I've had thoughts about that. You know, something's going on in the house, and you're running, chasing after somebody butt naked. You know, it's like.
But listen, all respect to Bun B, man. He didn't say, "Oh wait, let me put my
I put my
drawers
britches
back
on."
No,
Yeah.
man. He knew his wife was in trouble. He went and got the burner and let hot lead fly, and he was just out there.
Now, let me ask you: is he straight up and down or sideways?
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I know that I listen. I'm a fan of Bun B and Pimp C. It's like a rap duo. What is it? NGK? UGK. Sorry, UGK. But Pimp C is no longer with us. He died a while back. But anyway, so let's do this. Let's do this as Walter reminded us here. So Peter William Mayhew.
Yeah, Mayhew. Yeah.
Yeah, he is passed.
Let's have tomorrow's the 4th. May the 4th be with you. May the
Yeah.
4th be with you, Richard Mayhew.
Yeah. So Peter William Mayhew, 19th of May, 1944 to 30th of April, 2019, was an English-American actor best known for portraying Chewbacca in the Star Wars film series. He played the character in all his live-action appearances from 1977's original to 2015's The Force Awakens before his retirement. Yeah, so the current stuff that you see is not him. But, and he just kind of like lucked into it from what I remember looking at this stuff. But yeah, we're losing all the Star Wars people, man. What's happening? Somebody better go take Harrison Ford and put his ass into some carbonite. For real. We got, who's left? It's just Harrison Ford. What's the name of Luke is, oh crap, I can't believe I'm forgetting what the name of
Oh, the guy that played Skywalker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luke is, okay, how can I forget? Mark Hamill.
Mark
Wow,
Hamill,
Lola,
yeah.
you knowing something. This is amazing.
You're the movie guy. You stumbled.
Mark
man.
Hamill. Oh, it just went out of my brain. That happens. I can only keep so
well.
much information. It looks like a big, massive noggin I have here, but only so much information can stay in there. So we just got Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford, right? That's like pretty much. Oh, the Emperor, the guy that plays the Emperor, he's still around. That dude is still around because he wasn't old. If you go back to the original movies, the guy playing the Emperor looks old. That's actually makeup. He's old now.
Oh, okay.
But that was makeup. So anyway, Chewbacca's
Billy
not
D.
here.
Williams.
Oh, Billy D. Williams.
Billy D.
Look at you, Walter.
Billy D's getting in a new movie too.
Yes, I did see that. Billy D.
Be up on that. Be up on that.
Do
Be
you
up
like?
on that.
Do you like Billy
hit me
D?
up on
or-
that. Hit me up on that Millennium Falcon. You know what I'm saying?
Do you really like Billy D, or is it just the Colt 45? Remember
It's
those?
the Colt 45,
Remember
motherfucker.
those?
Shit.
Remember
I'm
those?
gonna put some rounds in your ass and stop.
Didn't Billy D do those Colt 45?
Oh, commercials?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, probably so. Yeah, man.
Yeah. I remember he did those back in the days in like the
Yeah.
late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
That's sad. Chewbacca, one of my favorite characters in that. Yeah. Love Chewbacca. Love Chewbacca. The perfect, companion. Not really a dog. It's like how Neckbone is to Babyface. Now my dog is a dog. But he's like a person because he's really ignorant, very belligerent. But
Scratches my doors every time I go.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Jumps up on my car door and goes, "Ah, hey, Walt, how you doing?" Like,
yeah. Did you
every time?
Did you see this in the news that there was this supermodel? I had it. I was going to talk about it a couple of days ago. There was a supermodel out on her luxury yacht, and her two little Fifi dogs fell into the ocean, and she jumped in after them, and then she died.
The family has disputed that.
Oh, really?
Right. I saw that.
Yeah, the family has disputed that claim that she jumped in after the dogs. I don't know.
What,
I don't know anything more than that. I just saw that they disputed that.
Oh,
yeah.
So you're saying like someone pushed her, or?
I'm not.
I saw that as well on Fox.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We got to look into that. All right. Let's do a little transition here. We'll look into that and see if we can get it going. So now you guys know that we're doing stuff with Olight. They gave us a code. It's Hank10. You get 10% off at Olight. I'm just letting everyone know that out there. And actually, right now, there is a flash sale going on the Seeker 2 Pro, which I have one right here. And I've got the video up on the regular Hank Strange channels on Facebook and all that kind of stuff. So here, this little light goes up to 3,200 lumens, Walter. Yes.
The force is with you, young.
Yes. Oh, look, Walter. Hold on. Let's see. So here's a good question. Here's a good question for you, Dylan. Do you have a light? This is something you should carry every day. You should have a light of some sort. So,
well, I'm going to be honest. Right now, I do not, but I was looking, that's one thing I want to add to my collection for sure. I need a light.
You should always have a light. Walter, you got a light there. Walter didn't, I'll tell you someone that you know brought the light to Walter. There's this light.
Yeah, and I'll tell you a story, Dylan. It gives me this nice little Olight flashlight, right?
Right.
I lost it.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, do I say something or do I not say something?
Do you say something to me? You know what's going to happen if you tell me.
I ordered another one, and what'd I do? I found the other one.
Yeah. That's how you find it. Yeah.
I got
People should always have a light. So I have this little H1R from Olight always on me. It's rechargeable through USB. That's always on me. Walter, what's your one that you have?
This is the S1R Baton 2.
Yeah, there you go. So Dylan, you're in college. You should also always have a light on you, my friend.
You're right. That's one area that I'm getting into this a little bit. That's one area I gotta step up my carry game.
Yeah. So as Walter is showing here, hold on, let me show you.
Here we go.
Yeah.
There we
Walter,
go.
it's
Side carry.
It's magnetic.
Identify, destroy.
Yeah.
Identify, destroy.
Yeah. Let's see what's metal on this high point. Oh, this is it's kind of catching a little bit of something in there. Yeah, there's some metal. The flashlight's actually pretty heavy, but it's magnetizing a little bit to it.
See, when you go old school like in 1911, it's all steel, baby.
Yeah, all steel.
Wonder what would happen if you put it on the end and fire it.
You might. Let's
That
find
sounds
out.
like a
Walter.
YouTube video to me.
Yeah. Let's find out. So here, I'm going to show you guys. By the way, right now that this sale is going to end tonight, I think at midnight on this, on the Olight Seeker. Let me throw up something here. Olight Seeker 2 Pro. There's a link. Lola should have put a link in the description for this. It's usually $139.95, as you can see here. And I think you can save 30 or 40%. So you save 30% off on just the Seeker 2 Pro, and then there's like a special package that you get the L bracket and all that kind of stuff with it. It has like a turbo mode, and it could go up to 3200 lumens. Very nice light. I've got a video up on it. I just wanted to remind everyone that you can get this. Now, here's the thing. So Olight is one of those companies that has like what's called an affiliate program. So if you guys buy stuff through them, through the link that we're giving, you get something that I think is a good thing at a good value. And some of that money comes back to us. It helps us do what we're doing over here. But, that's just in the interest of full disclosure for everyone. If you missed the sale and you're catching this later, here's what you can do. You can always go and at any time use the code HANK10 and get 10% off stuff from them. So, Dylan, we're going to have to get you some kind of light, man. I want to see you always carrying
Hank,
a
I
light.
appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I will look into that. Lola, let me know. I think we can look around and we can find some kind of. Dylan should always have one. My kids went off to college. I made sure that they had some kind of flashlight on them at all times. Very important. Sometimes that could help you. If they don't let you.
Yeah, when your car
something.
breaks down.
Yeah,
Right.
car breaks down.
Once,
or you're walking in
twice.
a parking lot. Someone comes up in your face. You can put your light on, blind them, punch them in the face. Get away, all that kind of good stuff.
That's right.
Yeah, very important to have.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Hank, you mind if I ask Walter a question?
Sure,
What's
go
that?
ahead.
Walter, I was a few chats ago. You showed off your nice Galil build, and I really liked that. I was wondering if you saw where ATI is now making their own Galil that's going to have, I believe it's going to have actual Israeli parts on it.
Yeah, they're good. Israeli parts kits with American-made receiver and barrel. Yep.
Right.
I saw it. We saw it at a SHOT Show. Yeah.
Do you think that'll be as nice as your build, or it sounds pretty?
Oh
nice.
yeah, it definitely will be. My the one that I did that I assembled with the parts kit. My parts kit wasn't probably as pretty as those parts kits that are coming in the country now. So no, they'll be fine. No problem with it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what? I have one more. Do you have any other guns here? Well, should we let Dylan go? How many guns do you have? I know you're in school and stuff, so you don't necessarily.
Oh, you've seen all I got. I just
Okay,
got
cool.
the Makarov and my Troy Upper. I'm a little. You have to have me back on this summer, Hank.
Yeah, we absolutely will. Walter, did you have anything else there you wanted to show off?
Well, you got a big surprise for us coming or something?
No, I was just gonna take out a gun that I had in here. You guys have seen it before, but I was messing around with it today, so I figured I'd pull it out, so to speak, as they say in the porn industry.
I guess I've never been there, so I don't know.
I guess I'll pull it out. So here
When
it
in
goes.
doubt, whip it out.
Who recognizes this gun? And also, there's something wrong with this gun. I'm going to show you guys.
Hey,
Oh,
I
is
know
that
you're
your-
on it, man.
Is that your DD ISR?
Yes, integrally suppressed. And
300 blackout?
Yes, 300 blackout. Daniel defense, integrally suppressed.
It's got no internals
There's
on
no
the lower,
trigger
man.
in it? No
Yeah,
lower
no
parts
trigger.
kit?
Yeah, I took the.
You steal that to put something else, I take it, right?
Yeah, I took the trigger out, and even you could see like the.
Well, I know that's New York compliant.
Yeah, I got to put this back together. You see that the pistol grip is coming off a little bit, but yeah, I got to. I don't. You know what the funny thing is, guys? I don't even know what the hell I did with the trigger when I took it out of this thing.
It don't matter. It's just a Daniel defense.
Yeah,
It's just a mil-spec one. It's all right. They're not
Yeah, it's
expensive.
just I said no. It's pretty expensive. I gotta figure out what I did with that trigger. But I think the trigger is. I don't know if the trigger is mil spec. It might be, and then maybe they polished it or something.
Well, I think that Daniel Defense now uses an ALG QMS trigger, I believe, and I think you can get those for around $50 or so.
Oh, okay. I've got to find. I thought that it was some kind of Geisley trick, but I can't remember. I'm gonna have to go back and look at my own video to see.
Okay.
To see what was in there, unless you remember,
Hank,
Walter. I don't.
I don't remember. I don't.
Yeah.
Hank, you had me excited about that gun, but I'm afraid I'd have to take the high point over it in its current condition.
Yes. That's not even a gun right there without the trigger.
I'll take the Daniel defense.
Yeah, Walter will take it and slap a trigger in there real fast.
Heck yeah.
I'll take that thing. It says Daniel defense on the receiver, right?
Oh, it says Daniel
yeah.
Defense everywhere.
Well, then it don't matter what the hell trigger is. Just put it together.
Yeah,
Right.
His Daniel Defense all over it. No, I'm gonna find the trigger.
Yeah, you'll find it.
Yeah.
It's probably in the box, right?
I think we.
Somewhere.
I don't know. I think even it was Will that took out the that was doing the trigger stuff. But I'm not
Okay.
trying to blame Will because
No.
I remember because we were messing around with this
Yeah.
there was some trigger thing we were trying to do and we were messing around with it, and then I remember seeing the trigger and I probably put it somewhere. I was like, oh, I'm gonna put it here so I don't forget it,
Yeah.
and
forgot.
immediately
It gone.
immediately went out of my
It's
brain.
gone. It's gone.
Yes,
I know. I do the same thing, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
No worries.
Edward Andrews says, "Got my secret through your site, Hank. Thank you, Edward.
Awesome.
That's cool. Well, shout out to all the people who are doing that. I'm not trying to make anyone do it, but if you're in the market for a light, I think people should have lights. I think this one is good to have in your house. If you need to, like how we live, and if you guys look at the video that's on YouTube/Hank Strange right now, I show me out where we live. It's pitch black out there, and I really show this working on there if you guys are interested in that. So
He's in the country.
Applebite says it's in a baggie on top of the fridge, sure. And Red Bear says I didn't do nothing.
I didn't do nothing.
No, I remember seeing that trigger because I was like, oh, what is this thing? And then I was like, oh, this is the trigger for that gun, and I did something with it. And
I'll tell you what, Hank, that ISR you got, I believe that might be one of the most expensive guns Daniel Defense makes, other than maybe their 308s, I would say. That's an expensive
probably.
one.
Yeah, probably. It's pretty expensive. It's integrally suppressed and all that.
Right.
But
Hell, just put some Chinese trigger parts in and get over it. Come
Yeah.
on now.
I actually, here's the thing. So like with this, we were messing around with the trigger, but with these guns that are integrally suppressed, the gas and everything is already set up, so there's not if you mess with certain things on there, it's not necessarily going to work, right?
Right.
So I think that's what was going on there. I actually prefer the Leonidas build that I did with Liberty over this setup, to be honest with you. It's quieter, it's lighter weight, and there's a bunch of Daniel Defense. Like I don't really need the Daniel Defense stock, to be honest.
Right. I'm not a big fan of that rubber over mode. I'm more of a Magpul guy, me personally.
Yeah, I don't like the shape of it. I don't
Yeah,
like that stock. And I don't really like. Well, it's kind of there's some rubber on this, but I don't like that.
Right.
I don't like the pistol grip either.
Well, and the thing that sucks about that pistol grip is the trigger guard is a part of it. So if you want to replace that grip, you also have to buy a new trigger guard.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks.
Oh yeah, that's like the
that really sucks.
Yeah.
There was a company Stark, kind of like Tony Stark, that had a grip trigger thing like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if they. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. And I asked him one time, I can never get Daniel Defense to do anything with me, by the way.
Right.
But I asked them one time, like, why don't you guys just sell a Bones version? And they're like, yeah, we're not going to
Exactly.
do that. Well, they don't believe in it. It's all about the brand, and they want to sell you all this stuff on
Well,
it. So.
Hank, I hate to say this, but I tell people this all the time. Like, you see almost every gun out there ships with Magpul furniture because it's so excellent. How many other brands of guns do you see with Daniel Defense furniture on them? I'm not aware of any. I hate to say that.
No, I'm happy to have Daniel Defense on the lower and have a Daniel Defense gun. I'm not trying to knock their gun. It's not a bad gun either,
Their guns are really good quality.
Yeah.
I just feel that they're kind of their pricing is stuck in 2008 because there's just so many more competitors now and so many more options in that price range.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of companies out there that don't.
Even Colts sells a bare bones.
Exactly.
Oh, they call it an OEM gun.
An OEM. Aero Precision does one also, I believe.
Yeah, Stag. Right. Stag has a bare bones.
Right.
I don't think Daniel's gotten to the point where they are desperate yet.
Well, Daniel Defense, you can barely even. They don't even sell their lowers, and their uppers cost you an arm and a leg.
Yeah. No. Well, they've got to pay for the big space that they have at all the shows.
Right.
Tony Stank.
You got
their booth. Their booth was huge. I couldn't believe how big their booth was.
Oh yeah, it's the same way at SHOT Show.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
DCG44 says AR triggers should be laying around all over the house. Yes. But based on all the craziness going on, I'm trying to make sure I put back the trigger that came out of there back in there. But, at some point, I'm just going to give up and put it back together.
This is almost like a Muppet.
Yeah. But this
Go
is
there.
gonna be, but this is
My name is 45.
this is definitely gonna be one of my house guns. I could tell you guys.
Well,
that right
yeah.
now.
I mean, if you had to use it in the house, it's really nice to have some hearing after you fire it,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
because you're not going to be able to put your hearing protection on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Unless you sleep with it on you every night.
That's you don't hear your wife snoring.
Right.
Or
Right.
the other way around.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody snores. Let's just put it that way. Everybody.
I definitely do. But I have to use a sleep machine. So I don't know about you guys, but I have to use a sleep machine. Otherwise, I will not be here. It
Expired.
Yeah, it definitely saves my life. So I don't know. You have to ask Lola if I still snore with the sleep machine. I think she could tell that I don't have the sleep machine on because I'm snoring. Yeah, because if you have it on, you're not snoring. And then I get like kicked in the ribs or something like that, and then I go put it, I go put it on. So let's see. Gunfather says that anyone else check out the new DD bolt action rifles at NRAM. I was very impressed.
DD bolt action.
Yeah, did you look at
That's
the bolt
the
action?
Delta 5.
Daniel Defense bolt actions.
The Delta 5,
Yeah.
yes.
Why would I don't get it?
I agree with you, Walter. I agree.
Was it
I
nice
hate to
though?
be-
Was it nice?
Well, I got to hold one. I'll be honest, Hank. It has a really nice hammer. Daniel Defense has really nice hammer forged barrels that are accurate. So that's one unique thing about it. But I don't know if you all are familiar with the Bergara long range hunter, but I would take that over the Delta 5. I did not like the way that the Daniel Defense stock felt and the chassis felt. That's just me personally, though.
Okay. What were you gonna say, Walt?
Why are they making a bolt action rifle?
Exactly, and one that weighs about 10 pounds.
Why not come out with a new semi-auto?
Exactly.
I mean, maybe break away from the AR-15 platform a little bit and come up with something new. Maybe something Masada-like or not Masada, excuse me. Now it's not called the Masada. That's when Magpul had it. But some type of new semi-auto. Why a bolt gun? I mean,
And not only that, Walter,
Just because
but
it's
that
popular?
gun, right? That gun's has about a $2,300 MSRP. I mean, there's so many good bolt guns you can get for under $1,000.
Oh, you could buy a good bolt gun for under $600.
Hell, you can
Exactly.
you can buy a damn Savage and go out and probably shoot just like.
Exactly. Those Savage 5R barrels are probably just as accurate, would be my guess.
So
absolutely.
Maybe there was some government requirement or something they're trying to do with the Gov.
Oh, a contractor thing?
Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, what's wrong with the Remington 700?
Well, nothing really.
Yeah, and then there's other people. Ruger's making a decent bolt action.
Yeah.
The Ruger.
So
Ruger
that's kind of that'd be like Daniel
precision
Defense.
rifle.
That'd be like Daniel Defense. All of a sudden, they're going to make a 1911.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Thompson.
I guess it's just I guess to them it's a brand extension thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Thompson Center has got bolt action. They've got a bunch of different ones. They've got 308, 6.5 Creedmoor, all that. They're like retail is like $350.
Oh yeah, those are good guns.
That's the one you've got right now, don't you?
Yeah, we have one right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at that thing. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and those have a nice adjustable trigger on them. Those are great, I think.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with
So
that.
I don't understand getting into the game unless, like what you said, Walt. It's some kind of government contract they already know they have.
or they're working towards or something.
And one other thing I'll say about the Delta 5 that I did think was neat is it does take the Magpul AICS magazines, and there's some parts on it that are interchangeable with an AR-15, like I believe the trigger. So I thought that was pretty cleverly designed.
That's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But was the trigger any good? Because I think Gunfather said he didn't like the trigger.
Hank, to be honest with you, I hate to sound like a hater, but I just wasn't overly impressed. It seemed a little too heavy for a bolt action.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't checked it out. Like I said,
They gave one away at the.
Oh,
that was the gun they gave away at the NRA annual meeting.
Oh, okay. Well, for free, we will at least shoot it.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Daniel Defense is on the NRA
on the
board
board.
of director.
Money supply train and all that stuff too.
Oh, you bet he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lots of companies need to come off that. The companies need to stop giving money to the NRA until
Yeah,
they get their act cleared up here. Give it to the GOA.
They need a funding shift.
Yeah, companies like Midway and
Oh
stuff
yeah,
like that.
with that
Yeah,
roundup.
Yeah, I used to do that. I don't do that shit no more. So
Well, I believe Ruger gives for every gun they sell, they give $1 to the NRA. I mean, why wouldn't you just give some to the GOA and the FPC? That way, you got two organizations out there.
yeah.
So here's the thing. Look, if we look at this rationally, right? If you really get back and ask yourself about what if gun companies didn't support the NRA at all. A couple of years ago, we would have been all over them, right? We would have all said, hey, this company doesn't even support the NRA.
Well,
Go ahead.
why is a gun company supporting the NRA when the NRA is not supporting stuff like full auto stuff?
Exactly.
Things like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
and some of these companies make that stuff too.
Yeah.
By the way, Daniel Defense does that.
Yeah.
I don't know if Ruger makes it.
Well,
Ruger makes it.
so here's the point. That was the point I was going to make. I think up until they started doing this stuff again, right? Lots of companies were out there supporting the NRA because there's been options for a while, but they weren't really looking at the options. And then all this stuff started happening, and there's some companies out there that are just lazy. And they're like, oh, well, our bets are covered if we just support the NRA, but we don't have to look at other things, and we don't have to demand anything for our money. But I would say it's the opposite. If you're giving money to anyone, any organization, you do have the right to demand some stuff from them. Anyone.
Absolutely.
So this is or you stop giving your money,
Right.
So I think that there's companies out there that are just being lazy right now and not looking into what's going on, and they're just continuing the support, going, okay, if we do this, we're covered, and people can't say we don't support gun rights or whatever, but it's a little bit more than just the money, I think. So.
Right. Well, the only way to fix the NRA is to take their funding away. I mean, the NRA is supposed to work for its members, and it's not supposed to work for Ackerman and McQueen. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if we take the money away, then there's no money for suits and travel.
Yeah. If you put that together, that's $500,000, man. What the hell?
That's a lot.
Think about what that could do in the courts or something.
That's a lot of lawyer time.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just go to what is it? What's the place that you go to get suits from, Lola? For the boys? Men's Warehouse. Men's Warehouse.
Oh yeah, Men's Warehouse. I was gonna say the SA Boutique.
Yeah. There's nothing in Men's Warehouse that expensive.
I stand by my statement.
Uh-huh.
I stand by my statement. All he deserves is a bath towel that says NRA TV on it.
Yeah, like Walter always says, tarred and feathered, or string them up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not yet ready to string Wayne LaPierre up, but
tar and feathering. Are you okay with tarring and feathering?
No, that's pretty brutal too. Actually, the old school tar and feathering is pretty bad.
All right,
but
new school tar and feathering. How about that? Can we give him a smack bottom a little bit, Walter?
How about a good ass kicking, where everybody lines up and kicks him in the ass as he walks by?
Yeah. Or like if you've watched Game of Thrones, there was a thing when they made Cersei walk through the streets naked, and people threw stuff at her.
Oh yeah. Well, speaking of walking through stuff, like when he'll make a pass through at the SHOT Show. I've seen him a few times, but he's always got an entourage.
Mm-hmm.
Like he probably has security, is what it is.
Oh, he does. He travels with security, from what I've read.
So,
and you never see him walking the show at the NRA annual meeting. I didn't see him walking on the floor at all, and I saw Donald Trump Jr. was walking the convention.
Yeah. Trump Jr. was everywhere. I saw him everywhere. He had this hot chick with him all the time. And then Lola and I got not really bumped out, but very nicely told to get out of the way.
Here he comes.
Yeah,
the Secret Service guy said, "Please step aside."
Yeah. So Trump Jr., I could tell you, man, he's definitely, he definitely came from the loins of Donald Trump, for sure. Yeah, he's got.
You know what,
he rolls
Hank?
like that.
Yeah. You would wonder if he would talk to his father about some of the stuff going on, because I guarantee you he doesn't agree with some of the recent stuff.
I would agree with what you're saying here, but how much can he talk to his dad? I mean, everyone's their own man. So we don't have Trump Jr. in the White House. We got Trump. So
right.
You know, it's like my son's talking to me, Walter's son's talking to him, or you talking to your dad. Does he listen to everything you say?
Well, normally he does because my dad considers me to be, informed and stuff. Sometimes he asks me about things, but I guess that's not how it may not always. I guess most fathers look at their sons as maybe like, underneath them or whatever.
Oh no, you should never do that. Your
Right.
children are your future. Your
Right.
children are your future. So
Yeah,
Fix-
my dad always listens to me, which
Yeah.
is something misfortunate.
I told my son today, fix my computer, and he did.
and he did. Which one are we?
He did.
Which one of the sons are we talking about here? Will?
The oldest, yeah.
Yeah, Will. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So
Yeah. Now, did Will mumble under his breath something about you?
Well, I'm sure he did, but
Because Will always looks at whenever Will hangs out with us, he's like, these are some knuckleheads right here.
I
always
don't
see
mind
him.
I don't mind the mumbling, long as something comes of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what happens?
No.
Yeah, if that computer got fixed, so be it.
Yeah, I got my email back. I got my email back on the Mac, so yeah, I'm good to go. Boom.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking about my trip overseas, so I
Yeah.
can kind of watch things going on.
Right. Do you ever say, "I brought you into this world and I'll
No, I
take
don't.
you out"? No,
I don't
Didn't
start
do
that
one?
shit.
Didn't do that one. No.
No.
You don't really like get into it like that with your boys, right? I know I don't. Me and my sons, we're
No
pretty
need for that.
easygoing. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think all of that needs to. And they're young. Here's one thing though. They're always mad at me because I'm telling them about people in hip hop, and they're like, "Listen, you are too old for this." Actually, my youngest son doesn't even really listen. He doesn't listen to it, right? No, he's into classic music.
Really? Like
It's like
classic music?
Yeah, yeah, he likes jazz and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. I like it too. I like it too. But anything that your old man is into looks to you like contraband. That's only old people do that. You know what
So
I
if I listen to
Right.
Metallica, he can't listen to Metallica?
maybe I don't know. It's
He
different.
listens to Metallica.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or like
Hank.
hmm
Go ahead.
Sorry to cut you off, Walter. Can you all see me okay? I have really crappy lighting.
Yeah,
where
you're
I'm,
coming. It's getting dark over there, so the sun's going
Okay.
a little bit.
Hey, you got
Okay.
You got light behind you in that room back there?
Yeah.
Um,
If you had a flashlight, you could put it on right now. But
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, guys.
That's cool.
I'm only in here for another week.
no, that's cool, man. Yeah.
Young Dylan, you need some light.
You're good. You're good, Dylan. You're doing pretty good for someone just jumping in here. All right, let's go to some news. I got some more news I'm going to throw up here. Man drops gun, shoots himself in groin, in genitals. Yes,
Ow.
Lincoln. What's NE? Nebraska?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nebraska.
Lincoln, Nebraska. Police said a man suffered non-life-threatening injuries after he dropped his gun. It went off and shot him in the genitals.
Oof.
Okay.
I was praying that wasn't another Kentucky guy.
That wasn't a SIG, was it?
No, police were called
SIG
around.
320.
Yeah, we're getting to it. Police were called around 9 Wednesday. Bryan West Hospital on a report of a gunshot wound. Like, remember we were talking about this earlier. Police said the man was walking in the city when he accidentally dropped his .22 caliber handgun.
And it wasn't wholesome.
The gun fired, according to police, and the bullet struck him in the genitals.
Did he have a holster?
I don't know. And when they're saying 22, this might be some kind of Derringer or something. We're definitely, there's not a lot of details on that here, but we'll definitely have to, let me see if I could find out anything. Yeah, it doesn't say anything more than that here in this article. But yeah, 22 to the nuts.
There was just someone in Indiana recently that shot himself in the genitals. I mean, that's a bad of all the bad things. I mean, I don't wish that on anybody.
Yeah, get a holster.
Oh, I could think of a couple people.
Yes, I'm pretty sure you can, Walter. I'm pretty sure you can. You know.
Oh dear.
Let's see. We were talking about here. I'll throw this up on the news thing too. Mac and James' new B&T U.S. Army subcompact. Mac has a thing on that.
I saw that.
I'm trying to pull it up, but it's not pulling.
That's a really cool gun, the B&T.
Yeah, let's see if we can get it to load here. There you go. The Military Arms channel and James from TFB TV We're taking a look at that. That's the new hotness that's out, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The B&T, yeah.
Yeah. Have you haven't? I think we've seen that at the shows, but you've never shot
Yeah.
that, right, Walt?
Right.
I never have either.
Yeah.
We saw it at the B&T booth.
Yeah. Can your stocks go on there?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I don't have a B&T right now, unfortunately.
Oh, right. Okay, I forgot. I know Jesse had one, but
Yeah.
Guys, let me ask you. I mean, what is a big advantage to the B&T over like a CZ Scorpion? Because I've got one of the Scorpion pistols, and I like it. Is it just maybe ergonomics? Maybe a little better.
Or the Streetbog.
yeah, it's Swiss, and everything Swiss is more awesome
I mean,
than
that just
everything
seems to
not
me
Swiss.
it surprises me that many people are buying them for how expensive they are. Kind of like the P365.
It is. Are you familiar with the Streetbog? The
Yeah,
Grand Power
I'm-
Streetbog? Okay, I make
yeah.
a stock for that. Or we're making stocks for that.
And you make
But-
a tail herc version, right?
Yes, yeah, and a regular stock.
Okay.
It's very similar to that in the shape. It's just a little more refined, or got some more whistles and bells.
There are
It must be
there's-
good if it won that.
I can have 3 Streetbogs for the price of one B&T probably. So
Exactly.
yeah. So I don't know if it's that much
Now
better.
the B&T guys will say that Streebog is
cop.
cold ripping their stuff.
Yeah, it's not.
in their
It's not.
style.
It's similar. Yeah, it's similar. Yes, it
Yeah.
is. But
Yeah.
there's
So-
nothing earth shattering about the B&T design.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
It
trying
just
to think.
kind of looks cool.
It's a straight blowback gun, so it's
Right.
not-
Just
yeah.
like a Scorpion, right?
correct. Yeah.
Yeah. C4
Okay.
Defense
Or an
says
MP5.
right. C4 Defense says I absolutely love my CZ Scorpion Evo. I have one of those as well.
That's what I got.
You
You
know,
make a stock for that too.
Yeah, the B&T. Walter, did we do? I think we did a video. I can't even remember. But I think the B&T, like Walter said, is a little bit more refined, and it's got that Swiss name on it and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes
It
there's
looks
people,
cool.
Well, sometimes there's just people out there that want that, just because of all that kind of stuff. And I'm not going to knock anyone for that. I think
I
that's
get
perfectly
that.
fine.
I get it.
Yeah, some of the
Oh, I
controls
think they're
are
great
different.
guns.
Yeah, some of the controls are a little bit different. It also, I think the new version uses Glock magazines, right, Walt?
There is a version of that, but what they're showing there is not Glock mag.
No.
So it's a straight mag there. So
Yeah.
Is there a proprietary magazine?
I believe it is. Yes.
Yeah. Kathleen Music Lover says people buy those types of guns because of small genitals. Laugh out loud. No, listen.
Oh.
If you got it like that, look. There's collectors and things like that. There's people. I know she
Right.
doesn't really mean that. She's joking. But,
Those are great suppressor hosts.
Yeah.
Those carbines.
Warhammer says I have a B&T 45 SBR. I think they're nice, and if you have the money for it, it does look aesthetically a little bit better. The Strybog is approaching that. I think the
Yeah.
Scorpion looks cool too.
Right.
And like
Yeah.
my son is saying, MP5K all day. So
Yeah,
Right.
That's from Red Bear MP5K. When is PSA gonna have that? Oh, that MP5.
I don't know.
The MP5.
Don't hold your breath. Come
Yeah,
on.
they've been really late coming to market on that one.
Yeah.
But I do like the AK 9mm.
The 9mm.
Yeah,
I got to
yeah.
look at that.
Yeah.
And I just got a couple more of their 9mm magazines that we're also working the Scorpion.
Mhm.
Those
Oh,
things
yeah.
are all right. For,
Yeah.
Are
for
those
$20,
well made?
yeah,
Yeah.
for $20, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
Well, Walter, on the subject, sorry to cut you off, Hank. One thing that what made me go with the Scorpion is the magazines are so inexpensive, and now you got Magpul making magazines, and
That too, yeah.
with the MPX, I was looking at that gun, and I just those magazines are $70 a piece. Like you buy a $1,200 gun, and then the mags are nearly $70. I mean, that's just a tough sell for me.
Yeah.
They can be, yeah. Plus Magpul's making us grips now too for the Scorpion.
Right.
Which
I just ordered one.
Yeah.
Which I need to get because the one that comes with the gun is horrendous.
Yeah.
Oh my
By
God,
the
that
way,
thing's-
Gibson Fender says Mac did a video of the B&T factory, mind blowing. What was I going to say? Oh, you know what? I saw Magpul's doing some furniture for the MP5 too.
yes, they are. They're doing grip frames and
a hand guard, right?
hand guards too. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Looks good.
M-lock
cool.
hand guard.
Yeah, I think I took some pictures. I need to throw those up. Listen, guess what? When
9 o'clock.
No, well, no, we're close. We're close.
It's close.
But
I'm sorry.
two people might do this and make it awesome. First of all, Glock might actually drop the carbine one of these days. If we keep all our fingers crossed and our toes crossed, and we beg, and we're in an alternate reality where Thanos didn't snap or something like that. No, we're never getting the Glock carbine.
It ain't gonna happen.
I went to B&T chassis. You get the Glock carbine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's basically what people want. Lola, seriously, making a lot of noise. Okay, also, I did get a look at High Point. Speaking of the High Point, like the one that we got in here, High Point is coming out with a new pistol. High Point might drop some kind of modernized carbine on us. No,
I'm
making that up, but yeah, go ahead.
Well, it needs something. They need to take that action, and I know what it looks like without the stocks on because I've seen them before, without the dressing on it, and I need to turn it into something a little different. But hey, it works the way it is. So
listen, we never know what's coming here in the gun world. We're spending a lot of time looking at politics right now, which we should be doing. But we never know what's coming down the pike in the gun world. I think there's a bunch of companies. I've seen some stuff I can't talk about that I think people might think is cool out there. So this is the one thing like about B&T and stuff like that. I think the biggest reason, obviously, there's an element of them just pushing up the price. I think one of the reasons is that they're not making those things here. So all that stuff not getting made here, coming in, gets expensive or whatever.
It's expensive.
Yeah, but if we see that category get pushed up and people have the demand for it, we might see some cool things. Except when the ATF starts coming down on those braces, that market might cool because the demand might not be there like it was for SBRs and stuff, right?
Yeah, if that happens, I don't know what'll happen. If that starts to happen and the industry lets it happen, then they get what they get.
Yeah. Walter, don't you think that the brace companies would sue them over that?
Well,
because
they got approval.
Bumstock's got approval.
Bumstock guys, they're suing too. So,
but I believe with the brace, I don't know if they could ban the brace. They could just say you can't put it on your shoulder. Was that right? Or
they can do anything they want.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Because under Obama, I believe they didn't ban the brace, but they were saying that if you put it to your shoulder, it becomes an SBR.
If you use it, if you don't modify it from its intended purpose, it's fine. It's like taking a screwdriver and sharpening a point on it. Then it's a weapon. Until you sharpen a point on it, it's a screwdriver. Whether you poke holes with it or not, it's still a screwdriver.
Okay.
So as long as you don't take your stock and fill the back end with a rubber plug
or with wood or something, or
wrap paracord around it, and make it solid, that's changing it from its intended purpose. So, what is taking an AR buffer tube and putting it against your shoulder?
Exactly, and that was around long before the braces.
Is that a stock then?
Right. People were doing that forever.
Or putting it on their cheek or whatever they like to do, whatever.
I think what we need to do is slow down the ATF from all the crap that they're doing, and don't let them get away with this stuff. Because if they do get away with it, then they're going to push into all these other things, and it's going to have an effect on what we're seeing, like all these cool innovations that we are seeing.
Yeah. I mean, just get rid of the SBR stuff.
Right.
Get rid of the SBR stuff, and we don't have any of this problem, do we?
No. Yeah, that makes sense. Walter, why are you trying to be all logical?
Zero. You don't even need braces then. If you want to have a brace, great. If you really need a brace, which most people don't need a brace.
Right. They're made for disabled people.
Yeah.
Except they're never going to stop collecting the tax money from us, Walter. They want that tax money.
Yeah, but the tax money's so minimal. It's
I think they could save money by making that, by getting rid of the ATF altogether, or making it a lot smaller, and taking a bunch of stuff off NFA.
And you could save 50% or more on Geico too.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, it's just. And I stayed at a Holiday Inn resort last night.
Everyone is saying you're on fire, Walter. I don't know what you did before you came on.
It must have been those chili dogs. That's what it was.
Yeah. Those chili dogs got you excited.
You know what it was?
Walter,
It's these
I wouldn't have
damn-
brought
it's
that
these-
up.
Yeah.
It's these shiny ass magazines. That's what it is.
Yeah. Walter's
The
on
bl-
fire.
The bling factor is just beyond belief.
Yeah, Walter's on fire. Okay.
What I should do is I should talk to American Gun Chick, and we can bedazzle the bottom of this thing.
Oh, she's awesome.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, then you'll have that.
I'll get the hate. I'll get the hate like everybody else gets.
That'll
right?
rip your hands up. Rip your hands up. All right, so listen, it's after 9 here. It's after 9, so we probably need to wrap this up. I think we had a lot of fun. Did you have fun, Dylan?
Hank, I had an amazing time. I never imagined being on the other end. I've watched these for a long time. And Walter, it was great hearing from you. And I just thank you all so much for having me on your platform.
Yeah, and thanks for having that come and take it flag behind you.
I thought it was good scenery.
Yeah. So do you have social media out there that you want to share for people to check on? I know you're not really into this. You're really just supporting us all. But if you do, man.
Well, Hank, to be honest with you, it might sound lame to people, but I don't have Instagram or any of that, but I might in the future. So how about I let you know when I get into that? This is kind of a little new to me, but I love coming on and talking. And this summer I got some better stuff to show you out of my collection if you have me back on.
Absolutely, yeah, I have fun.
I've got a Polytech and I've got a Polytech that shoots 223 that Walter would like to look at, I believe.
Okay,
Ooh.
cool, yeah, absolutely. What do you think? I think Dylan was good, right, Walt?
Oh yeah, man. He's
passionate.
like a bulldog.
Yeah, he's passionate. Yeah, he's a passionate kid. That's always a good thing. Always a good thing. Yeah.
I'm not your average 21-year-old. There's not a lot of them out there like me, but it's I'm happy to be different.
Yeah. Kathleen Music Lover says you need better lighting, which
I'm sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That's all right. He's a college student. He's in
my setup at home. I have a desk at home that has way better lighting, so in a couple of weeks that won't be an issue.
Yeah. Chad N says, great guest. I think you did a good job. We'll definitely have you back on. I appreciate the passion. It's good to see kids out there being passionate. You're a young man. You're not a kid. It's good to see you being passionate out there, man. Continue to do that. On behalf of myself and Mac, thanks for the support. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. I just want to say, Hank, you and Tim are guys that I credit to with you all are heroes to me from heroes to the Second Amendment. And when I was learning how to shoot when I was about 14, I watched your and Tim's videos. That's kind of what helped me get into things where I get a lot of my knowledge base from.
Awesome, man. It's good to know that stuff's working. All right, let's get to Walter here. Walter, what are you up to? What social media do you want to share before we get out of here, Walter?
No. What did it say here? I was reading. Catholic Music Lover says Walter's off his meds. I said my reply was, meds? Where can I get some?
Yeah, you probably need to get some. How can the folks follow you out there, Walt?
Oh, Facebook, Instagram, a little bit of tweeting going on there too. There's safetyarborfirearms.com on YouTube, and then if you want to check out some lawnmowers getting shot up and stuff, there's Mower Death on YouTube and on the Gunstreamer. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was fun. That was fun times. I haven't done enough of it lately. I got to do some more.
Yeah.
We gotta really blow something up big time.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, Facebook, Instagram, and all that good stuff. So stay tuned.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're going to get together and blow up some stuff, shoot up some stuff coming up here pretty soon. We've got some other projects obviously in the works. I want to thank everyone out there for watching. I encourage everyone to have a great, happy, safe weekend. Take it easy out there, but have fun. Thanks to Dylan for coming in and being such a great guest.
Yeah.
And definitely Walter, every Friday now you're going to have those chili dogs. Chili dogs every Friday for Walter.
I guess it's bringing out the old school. Chili dogs in 1911 on Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, you guys all sit tight there. You guys sit tight. I'm going to drop the end scene here. And there it goes. There we go. Make sure you subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell so you can be notified. All that good stuff. We are out of here. We'll see you guys next week. Peace. We are out.
All right. Peace.
Okay.